guys, and welcome to a new doll Grail review video. So this one was a real Grail. It is, have you guessed yet? The Lunatic White Rabbit. So Lunatic White Rabbit is the Taeyang White Rabbit. I think that's the only Taeyang White Rabbit. The Classical Alice series has a Pullip White Rabbit. The Jardin series has a Isul Rabbit. The Alice series in Steampunk World has Isul again, and the Romantic series has a Dal, but this is the only Taeyang Rabbit. And this series also is one of the smallest Alice series that there is, except the Fantastical, because there is only one Pullip, one Taeyang, and one Dal, and one Byul. So that's 4 dolls in this series, and that's also the only series who doesn't have a Pullip for Alice. They have a Dal Alice and a Pullip Lunatic Queen. So it's a very special series, and so far the only doll I had was the Lunatic Queen. I'm still gonna get the Alice sometimes, I hope soon. It just depends, like whenever I want to get her I can get her, because she's on sale all the time, so it's not a big problem. But this guy was actually very hard to get. The Lunatic Queen was not so easy, but she was okay to get. You can find her from time to time, but this guy is a lot more difficult to get, and I got him second hand again from Yahoo auction, and he came in a perfect condition, except like some of his hair here got out of his ponytail. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom on him and show him to you from close up. So let's start with his hat. So his hat is just a normal black hat with a ribbon, red ribbon around. So all around you can see the ribbon. And then it has holes. So it has 2 holes at the front so that you can slide this rabbit ears from the rabbit mask. So this rabbit mask is made of some sort of fleece and sewn all around, and it has a little nose and eyes. So when you actually put it on, you can put it on in front of the face of your Taeyang, and you can still see the eyes through it. Let me try and put it correctly. So here you can see the eyes through it. I don't know if it's appear really well on the camera. And it also comes with cards that you can slide here under the ribbon anywhere you want. So let's put some at the front here. So it's like a Queen of Spade, I don't know in English, Queen of Diamond, and that lucky thing in number 9. So that's for the hat. So the mask can be taken away, like you don't have to have always a rabbit here inside. You can just use the mask and put it around the head of your Taeyang because it's attached with an elastic. Then here is our little guy. So he comes with this gray haired wig. So it's kind of, it's not a uniform gray color. There is some like white strand, there is some more brownish strand of hair, and it gives it that shiny gray coloring. It's like short at the front, as you can see here. It's got shorter, it go on the side, getting longer and longer. Same on the other side, and then it's long at the back and in a ponytail, and mine has some strands that get out, which I don't mind so much. But if you mind, probably yours, if you get a new one, it's all going to be all inside, and even if it's not, you can probably always put it back in or let them go out. It's just a small attach, so it's not really a difficult thing. Then his face, so he has large brown eyebrows, and he has lines above his eye, and a sort of grayish face up on the top. And then he has small lashes at the bottom, and you can see a dark line inside the eye all around. So it's basically really dark, and the more you go to the side, the darker the gray is. He also has red eyes with like very small pupils. And then there is this monocle. So I didn't know at first how to use a monocle, but basically you need to put it around the bridge of his nose and inside the eyes. The eyes can still move with that on. Normally, like it worked yesterday. So here, you can still move his eyes while he still has this. Because it doesn't actually touch the eyes, it's just inside the bridge of the nose. And then, so it's like this sort of wire, and then it has this circular spiral on top of one eye only. It gives him a kind of like, not really steampunk look, but like crazy steampunk, crazy scientist look, I don't know. It's like kind of maybe time traveling sort of feels to it. And then he has very particular lips, because his lips are not really well defined. You have one dark line going from side to side, and then you have like very pinkish lips, dark pink lips, but they are very tiny and they are made of little strands, so the color is not really uniform, and you can see the color of his skin kind of through the different little stroke of red paint. So it's a very interesting lips. I don't think there is any other character with that sort of lips, and it's very small compared to others. Very, very tiny. It doesn't cover all the sculpt for the lips. And he doesn't have any blushing, so he's just pale and no blushing on his cheek. So it's kind of like a little bit ghostly feel to that. Then he comes with, so you have a shirt, a white shirt with a collar, and it has some design here instead of the button at the corner of the shirt on the collar. Then you have this piece which is attached to it, and you cannot detach. It's like a old-fashioned tie, I guess. It's black, it's red with black sort of design on it, blackish dark, very darker red design. And then you have like some lace, again another piece of red thing and lace. So it's pretty nice looking, and it's attached with a sort of beads at the top. And let me open this for you. And then this shirt is attached. It's not very long, like you can see here, it's not so long, and it's attached around his waist with a belt, like a red belt, and at the front it's closed with scratch, so it's very easy to put on and take out. And then he is wearing a first jacket. So the first jacket is without sleeves. It's that sort of black and white. It's like little square, and then so you have the little square black and white here, and then you have like something smaller here. Like it's different style of square around, and you even have like some chicken feet steps in black and white too. And on the inside of that, I don't know why I close it, the inside is golden, so it's also really nice. I don't know if you can like put it upside down and reverse it. That would be kind of nice to have like multiple outfits, because it's two different color. and it has a fake pocket on it on both sides. And then there is a sort of handkerchief pocket with a little red handkerchief going out, but it's all fixed together, so you cannot remove that. And then it has a second jacket, so what we would call in French we say queue de pie, so it's like a sort of bird's tail jacket. And so it's black, it's black inside, black outside. The inside has a sort of shiny fabric texture, and the outside is more plain, but it has some sort of design so that you have different fabric. So the fabric for the front is different than the fabric for the sleeve, for example. And then you have, so it's really short, as you can see, it's really short at the front, but it's really long at the back, and it goes down. That's why we say bird tail, because it's so long at the back. It's like what like in the orchestra, what the lead character has, sort of. And then he has accessories, so he has this clock with, it's written Taeyang, and it's 344, 343 on it, and it's attached with this chain. So it's a chain with a skull at the bottom, and you can actually attach, like there is a crochet that, so you can attach wherever you want basically that crochet, but I attach it near the clock so that the clock can still be seen around it. And then he has short trousers, so it's like black with little rectangle of gray, which are probably like embroidered on top of the fabric. And it has pockets at the front, 2 pockets here, and you can put something in the pockets. Probably I can put my finger, see, in the pockets. And it's like kind of fluffy at the knees, so it's very easy to fold his knees, because you don't have like to stretch the fabric at all. It's very stretchable because you don't need to stretch it at all. And then he is wearing black socks that go up to the knee, so that you don't see a gap between the trousers and the socks. And then he has black shoe with some design on the top of them, some gray design, which is pretty cool. Like normally they never really put so much effort in the shoe, but like you can see this one has effort, like 2 color undershoe, black shoe on that design. So it's very detailed compared to other Taeyangs, I guess, like the shoe at least. Anyway, so that's it for this little guy, and I think he's very awesome. So I think this little guy is awesome for several reasons. First, it looks fantastic, basically all by himself as a character, with or without the rabbit hat. And then as a rabbit, so he really fits with the Lunatic Queen, because she also has this darker look. So as a character with a Lunatic Queen, they really look good together. And then the third, it's something I don't know if any of you have think about, but the Rozen Maiden. So Groove has a whole series of Rozen Maiden, and in the Rozen Maiden there is a rabbit character. I don't remember the name of that rabbit, but basically that rabbit is taller than all the doll, obviously, which Taeyang is taller than all the Pullip doll for the Rozen Maiden. And that, I think this character really reminds me of the rabbit from the Rozen Maiden. So basically it could be like part of both series at the same time. It could be a lunatic rabbit for Alice, which he is, and it can also be the rabbit for the Rozen Maiden that has never been made by Grail. So I think that's pretty interesting to have him to be able, like, if I want to play with the Rozen Maiden, I can use him. If I want to play the Lunatic Alice, I can use him. It's like two different combination of two very different stories that can be held by the same character. He's like an actor who can play multiple roles. So it's really a really cool Taeyang to have. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give me a thumb up. Don't forget to subscribe, and see you next time for something else. Have fun whatever you do. Bye!